Luke 1:18. And Zacharias said to the angel, "How shall I know this?" How can Zacharias be sure about this? "For I am an old man, and my wife is well advanced in years." I'm old, and my wife is well advanced. We're too old to have a baby. How can we have a baby? How? Zacharias asked. Zacharias said to the angel, "How shall I know this? For I am an old man, and my wife is well advanced in years." Luke 1:19. And the angel answered and said to him, "I am Gabriel, who stands in the presence of God." Gabriel stands in the presence of God and was sent, go Gabriel, to speak to you. Gabriel sent to speak to Zacharias and bring you these glad tidings. Gabriel sent to tell Zacharias about baby John. Good news. The angel, Zacharias and the angel. And the angel answered and said to him, "I am Gabriel, who stands in the presence of God and was sent to speak to you and bring you these glad tidings." Luke 1:20. But behold, look, I've had fun drawing eyes. You will be mute and not able to speak. Zacharias won't be able to speak, to talk, until the day these things take place, until the day John is born. Because you did not believe my words. Zacharias had unbelief for Gabriel's words, which will be fulfilled. The angel's words, your son John will be born, will be fulfilled and complete. Let's say completed. Fulfilled, completed in their own time. Zacharias will be silent till John is born. But behold, you will be mute and not able to speak until the day these things take place, because you did not believe my words, which will be fulfilled in their own time. Luke 1:21. And the people waited for Zacharias and marveled that he lingered so long in the temple. What's taking him so long? Look at the time. I wonder why he's delayed. I just imagine somebody looking at the clock or some kind of timepiece. What's going on? Why is he so late? But when he came out, Zacharias came out, he could not speak to them. Why is he not speaking to us? And they perceived that he had seen a vision, for he beckoned to them and remained speechless. Beckon, I guess that means like, come here, or maybe it was some kind of sign language. They understood that Zacharias had seen something. I'll have to look up that word. And the people waited for Zacharias and marveled that he had lingered so long in the temple. But when he came out, he could not speak to them, and they perceived that he had seen a vision, for he beckoned to them and remained speechless. Luke 1:23. So it was, as soon as the days of his service were completed, days of service complete, or I guess it should be completed, that he departed to his own house. Zacharias and Elizabeth, "Hi, honey, I'm home." Now after days later, I think of SpongeBob, his wife Elizabeth conceived. SpongeBob used to say, 3 days later, "I'm going to have a baby." So I want her to look happy. When I found out I was pregnant, I cried for happiness. So it was, as soon as the days of his service were completed, that he departed to his own house. Now after those days, his wife Elizabeth conceived. I'd like to know how old Elizabeth was and Zacharias when I talk to God someday. Luke 1:24. And she hid herself for 5 months. How old was Elizabeth? She went into seclusion for 5 months, saying, "Thus the Lord has dealt with me in these days. When he looked on me, the Lord looked on me with favor, to take away my reproach, to take away my disgrace among people." No more disgrace. I guess she was looked down on because she couldn't have a baby. How kind the Lord has been to me. And she hid herself 5 months, saying, "Thus the Lord has dealt with me in the days when he looked on me, to take away my reproach among people."